JJ and Rich, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It's good. It feels good.
It feels good. Our first show of the year. You can call us at 877-937-1047. Text the show. Text JJR and whatever's on your mind to 96893. And let's say hello to Lisa real quick. Lisa will be our first caller of 2025. Good morning, Lisa.
Woo-hoo! Good morning. How are you guys?
Good. You know what's funny is that I think at the end of 2025, we do a trivia contest. Say who was the first caller of 2025. We give away a bunch of money. That's a good idea. Remember that. So remember, Lisa. You're disqualified, Lisa. Okay. What's going on, Lisa?
Okay. I don't want to talk anymore. So I always listen to you guys about what you're watching because my husband and I always are looking for new stuff to watch. So on my Facebook feed, it came up with this writer and 9 shows he did. So we watched one this weekend called Missing You. And it's an 8-episode miniseries.
I finished it yesterday.
And it is so...
Jeez.
Did you?
Yes. So good.
We did. We watched that, and we watched Safe.
Safe. That's by the Safe. So the guy's name is like Harlan Corbin. Kyle, you like his shows.
Yeah.
It's number 2 on Netflix right now. And it stars... it stars the girl from Slow Horses, the black woman from Slow Horses.
Oh, wow. I love her.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah, it was a really good, and then it has there's a part on this series where it just goes so dark.
What's it about?
So it's about a cop and her father was murdered. She's trying to find out why her father was murdered 10 years ago. At the same time, there's this dog breeder that's kidnapping people and torturing them and killing them.
What?
And she's trying to solve that murder. Right? That's pretty much it, right? Right, Lisa?
Yeah, well, it's so suspenseful because you think you know, and then the way the episode ends, you're like, well, I can't turn it off now. I got to watch the next one.
Yeah. It actually gave me nightmares last night.
You're like, oh, my gosh. Did it really?
I did. I had nightmares last night because of the dog rescuer, the dog breeder who's also a murderer, the way they kill people. I don't know. There's something about it that really scared me because they just had these people hanging. It's really dark. It's really dark. It's number 2 on Netflix. It's not going to beat Squid Games because Squid Games is number 1.
I finished Squid Games.
Me too. I finished it in one night. I'm still in it. I'm like right in the middle.
You watched Safe?
Yeah, I watched Safe. Came out a long time ago because it stars the same guy that plays Dexter, and he has an English accent, and that was really weird. Yeah. That was Safe was really good.
Yeah, we watched that one too.
Go through all that person. That author has great series.
What are
on
the
Netflix.
other shows he's got?
I can't remember, but we've seen them all because the main guy.
There's 9 of them.
One of the main guys that is always in his shows. You'll recognize Richard Armitage is his name.
Okay.
Well, you're indeed.
I was into the show when he came out. All right, Lisa, have a great day. Thank you so much for listening and calling in.
You too, guys. Bye-bye.
Hey, I also recommend, since we're talking about TV real quick, I recommended it to Kyle because my sister recommended it to me. Bad Sisters on Apple TV.
My wife's way into that.
I got 3 or 4 episodes in, and I was kind of like, but my sister's like, trust me. I freaking love it now.
Oh, really?
I
got 2 episodes in, and I was like, why did he recommend this show to me?
I bet you if you stick it out, you're going to love
That's
it.
What Stacey said.
How long?
She's like eating vegetables. You got to get through the first 3 episodes.
It's so good. It is so good. You'll really like it.
Do you find yourself...
though, the first 2 episodes, I was like, why am I,
I know.
This is taking a long time.
Didn't I tell you about that before? Because I think I told you before
texted
the break.
it to me, and
but
I was
before
like,
the break, I thought we were still on the air that my sister told me about this show, or maybe it was a buddy of mine. My sister told me about this show, and she's like, Bad Sisters, trust me. And I'm texting her like 2 episodes in. I'm like, oh. And then Bono's daughter's in it too.
I hear she's good though.
She's fantastic. And then all of a sudden, episode 3 or 4, it's like, oh my God, I couldn't stop. I'm in the middle of season 2 right now, and like the evil people, it's kind of this mental domestic abuse that you cannot believe how this guy manipulates his wife and how the sisters all plan to kill this guy.
What's that on? What's
Apple.
Bad
It's on Apple. Yeah, it's on Apple. Anyway. And Squid Game, when Squid Game dropped, my son Jake watched it right away. And when I got up, like you, Peyton, and when I got up the next morning, I go, "How's Squid Game?" Goes, "Ending sucked."
So
it
bad.
sucked.
And I'm like, "Damn it!"
You guys haven't finished it
I know.
yet.
I'm 3 in. I'm 4 in, and I'm just so pissed that the ending sucks.
Yeah, it really does.
It gets
That
good
bugs me out.
towards the end, but it doesn't give you any sort of resolution.
At all. Yeah.
all.
And it's like, and it is a good show up until the end.
But
and then
does
you're
it
like,
set you up
what?
for like another season? Is that why they ended it the way they did?
It's a cliffhanger. Yeah.
That's this
Which
summer.
is the bummer.
It comes out this summer, the part 2, but you might even just wait until the next one comes out because you are going to be like, oh, come on.
Yeah,
You think
yeah.
there's another episode
Right,
because it's just right. It's the same way they end all the other episodes.
Totally. I totally thought there was going to be another episode. I was waiting for it. And then I was like, are you serious right now?
What do you mean? What to watch next? No, I want to watch another Squid Game. Finish it up.
You know what else? Another show that dropped on Netflix that I watched was the guy that's trying to live to be 1,000 years old. I forget the name of the show.
Oh, I saw that. I saw Kim Kardashian posted
Yeah.
that and was like, this is a really interesting watch.
He's doing everything he can to reverse his aging, and he's even using like his son's blood.
Oh, I saw the news story about that guy. I didn't realize there's a show
so
on him now.
interesting, and I do half of everything he does already. I taught my son Dutch.
That'll give you 500 years then.
He has a 18-year-old son who's going to college, and they take his plasma, and then he puts it in his own body, and then he takes his own plasma and puts it in his father's body. So it's 3 generations because there's all this proof that it can help you. So I said to Dutch, I watched it on the plane. We were out of town, and when we landed, I said, hey, do you think it'd be cool if I found a place where I could have your plasma? I'm down, bro. I'm like, okay.
That guy's actually doing that. Remember Silicon Valley where they joked about that 10
They
years
talked
ago?
about it in the documentary. They showed that scene.
Where he the guy who runs a pretend Google has like a 18-year-old living with him. He just
Which
steals the
makes me
plasma.
think people have been doing this for a long
Probably.
time. Like, they
It's
don't just
probably
come up with
true.
that joke out of nowhere.
Blood Boy. They explain.
Yeah,
they
Blood Boy.
explain what that scene came from, what inspired that scene. Because there was a guy from a long time ago that was doing this stuff, and now there's clinics you can go to where they do it.
What?
I know. It's like anyway, I forget what that show's called, but I shot a DM to the producer, and they sent me a message back because I was like, that guy's like my Justin Bieber. I'm like, don't know how he looks a little different.
Dude, would you really want to be around for 1,000 years, though?
No, I don't.
I mean, 100's fine. It's fine.
What about? I didn't see any movies. Oh, I did see Carry On.
Oh, yeah, I watched Carry On.
I remember because
Yeah, we were
one.
talking about that
I
one.
got so insulted by that movie.
It's
Why?
very Hollywood.
It's too
Very
You
Hollywood.
tell me you get on a plane and like at the end of he gets on a plane. He just Jason, what's his face, opens up a compartment, just walks downstairs to the luggage.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. What about jumping on the plane from outside of the plane on the runway and dismantling a bomb?
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
the only
I'm
way.
sorry, but both of you like all the Mission Impossibles. Same story.
Yeah, but that's Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise could do that.
That's a trained MI6
Break down the
agent.
reality. You can go do that to every single movie you watch.
It was very
That's
Hollywood.
what my kid said. The argument that you have, Kyle.
Every single movie you watch then is very Hollywood.
Gladiators
I'm
seem real to me.
I even saw some TikToks where someone goes, "Here's how they could have solved Carry On if it was real life." The guy just takes his earpiece out and smashes it.
Yeah.
But what about Wicked? Is Wicked out now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's out in theater.
It's on where? On what?
You
Everywhere.
can get it on, I think, on Apple TV and Paramount Plus. I
For
think.
free, or do you have to buy it?
No, you have to
buy
buy
it.
it. You have to buy it or rent it, and it's like $30 to buy. It's $20 to rent, so it's like you might as well buy it. I don't know. And then
'cause you're
have a
gonna
bunch
watch
of
it.
people over. We watched it at home because we didn't go back to the theater, and my daughter wanted to see it, so we watched it at home the other night, and it was fun.
Did she love
like it?
She loved it.
Oh, yeah.
My son. He's 7, and so he actually wanted to watch it with us, and I was surprised. He made it through about an hour. And
Oh,
then
yeah,
he
he's
was
like, "I'm
Daddy, what are
done."
you watching in the other room?
Yeah. We went to go see Mufasa in theaters, and it was so good. It was so
Was
good.
it?
It's number one.
It was phenomenal. 10 out of 10 across
Really?
the board.
Listen.
Lin-Manuel does the song, so like
Yeah.
you can really feel like it's so good. Like, what'd you say about my brother? That's the best song on there.
Is it James Earl Jones? Is he Mufasa? They have his voice
They
to
do
it?
like no, it's like
young
they do like
Mufasa.
a tribute to him.
So it's essentially Lion King. It's young Mufasa.
It's basically Kiara, which is Simba and Nala's daughter, learning about her grandpa from Rafiki.
Oh, that's cool.
It's
Rafiki's
really
still
good.
around?
Yeah, Rafiki's telling the story. It's really good. It is.
love him.
If you love The Lion King, you will love Mufasa. It is so good.
Oh, I love that.
Kyle, what's coming with 3 things we need to know?
Surprising to me. According to research, losing weight is not the number one New Year's resolution. They're kind of blaming Ozempic for that. People are like, we already did that. So.
Got the drugs. We're all good.
Right. Saving money actually topped the list, followed by eating healthier, exercising more, and then losing weight came in 4th place. But they're saying you should limit your phone scrolling time to your New Year's resolutions because they actually found scrolling on your phone for too long could leave you at a higher risk for debilitating migraines. So if you've been getting more headaches and you don't really understand why, stop using your phone so much. It is affecting your brain. It's affecting how you feel. 2 more states are limiting online porn access. Florida and South Carolina now have laws requiring age verification to see those explicit sites. They joined 14 other states. Now, the laws vary from state to state, but all basically impose really heavy fines on sites found to be out of compliance. And they probably should do that anyways, because kids don't need to see that on the internet. Now, speaking of kids, Gen Alpha, it's time to move over because there is a new generation entering the chat. 2025 marks the year that begins Generation Beta.
Ooh, that's cool.
That's right. Gen Alpha kids are born between 2010 and 2024. Gen Beta starts right now through 2039. Beta, along with Alpha, are the only generations born entirely within the 21st century, with a good portion of the former demographic also going to be in the 22nd century, which is bizarre, which is crazy. It's a new generation. I told Daddy, I was like, too bad you're not the youngest generation anymore. Gen Beta is going to take over.
You guys are old.
She goes,
You're
Gen
done.
Beta. I don't like that name. And I was like, Gen Alpha is kind of a cooler name.
It is. Gen Alpha is really cool, yeah.
And that's 3 things you need to know.
I was really nervous about coming on the air today, because we were on vacation for a while, and I always get nervous on Sundays, a bunch of anxiety. So one of the things I did last night is I took, Kyle's friend has the CBD company, to Genesis again, right?
Yeah.
And we have a bunch of CBD drops that we give our dogs to calm them down. And I used to take a lot every night, but I try to wean myself off of it. I was kind of testing how I sleep with it, without it. And last night I was like pretty nervous about doing the show. So I asked my wife, I couldn't find the CBD oil. She goes, oh, it's in the bottom shelf where we keep all the dog medicine. I'm like, okay. And I look, and there's one of those, a refiller, right? And it doesn't have the eyedropper, right? And she goes, there's just a refiller, no eyedropper. I'm like, that's fine, I don't need it. So I screw off the lid, and I try to come up with my own eye drop level, right?
Uh-oh.
So I kind of
That's not good for you.
I drink, and I realize after I have a mouthful of this stuff underneath.
Which is not normal.
Not normal.
Yeah,
And I keep it under my tongue for like a minute, I think, but I kept it under my tongue for a long time. I'm like, it was after a while of doing it, I was like, I think I have too much CBD in here. So I drank it, like it was a whole, right, a big swallow of CBD. Anyway, this morning I woke up and I feel so loopy. Like I'm like.
Well, you probably did 10 times what you're supposed to.
I think I did. So I was
It's like
Googling it.
1, 2, 3 drops, right? Or 4 drops.
Yeah.
I'm Googling like what happens when you take too much CBD, and it says like drowsiness, and it says whatever. Like I feel totally like
Out of it.
like a DUI.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Let's get you a
I'm just
couple
like-
let's get you a couple of monster drinks.
I already
Get you up
had.
the road.
I just had 2 cups of coffee, and I'm still like, whoa! I jumped into cold plunge and did all that. And it's-
This morning it was freezing out
her
this
stuff is
morning.
powerful, man. That's powerful.
When you take the whole bottle, yeah.
And you probably did the dog level, which is probably a little higher to get them less
No,
nervous.
I like her slogan. It's something like for humans and beasts,
Yeah.
or something like that. Like I love it that I can share my meds with my dogs.
That's true.
Anyway, it's 2 Genesis again on Instagram or social media, wherever you can find her. She's great. And it's not, how do you spell it? I always have, is it T-O? T-O underscore? Okay. All right. It's the first horoscope of the year. Peyton, what's the vibe?
I'm going to tell you what you can expect from the year 2025 based on your zodiac sign.
All right, so call us at 877-937-1047 to get your sign read. Call us right now. Kyle gave me one of my favorite candies for Christmas, and one of that was a box of Junior Mints.
Yum.
But they melted. So last night I just ripped them off out of the box and I cut them up in the chunks like a pie. And I forgot I posted a video last night, and I got this DM that says, "Oh my God, Jan, that looks so gross, but yet so delicious." And it was.
Junior
It
mint
was.
pie sounds like a triumph.
It was delicious. Peyton, what's the vibe for horoscopes?
I'm going to tell you what you can expect from the year 2025 based on your zodiac sign. And if it's your birthday today, you are a Capricorn. We are in full swing of Capricorn season.
Oh, it's my dad's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday.
Nicole, what's your sign? Good morning.
Morning. I'm a Gemini.
Okay, Nicole. So Gemini, new year, new vibes for you guys. You guys are always switching it up, but this year is going to call for balance. So your multitasking powers, they are elite, but make sure that you focus on what brings you long-term joy this year, not just clout. So make sure you're saying yes to yourself and not just your group chats.
Nice. Okay, yeah. There are big things coming my way, so we'll see.
Yes, manifesting that for you.
Thanks, Nicole. Have a great day. Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year.
You too. Bye-bye.
How about for Pisces?
Yeah, Rich is my Pisces. Rich, Your creative energy is on 100, and 2025 is about turning those dreams of yours into reality. So romanticize your mornings, invest in self-care, and make the world feel like your personal coming-of-age movie this year.
Okay, I'm in. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I like the romanticize your mornings. That's one of my New Year's resolutions this year, is to wake up earlier and like just make myself a cup of coffee, clean up a little bit. So I like that.
So you say romanticize your mornings, like think about the possibility of what could be?
Yeah.
All right.
How about for Libras?
Yeah, Libra. Kyle is our Libra. This year is about becoming the CEO of your piece. So prioritize the relationships that make you feel like you are the main character and stop overthinking your decisions. You've got big main feed post energy this year, so expect a higher follower count in the next couple of months.
Okay.
Good things coming for Kyle.
Okay, yay.
Yes.
How about Virgo?
Yeah, Virgo, stop trying to fix everyone's Wi-Fi signal while yours is buffering. 2025 is about pouring into your own cup and maybe even upgrading your skincare routine. Perfection is overrated, and consistency and authenticity are going to be your real flex, Virgos.
Okay, how about for you, Leos?
Yeah, Leos, our spotlight is brighter than a ring light, and 2025 is ready for us. But our New Year's resolution is to focus on sustainable success. So drama is fun, but meaningful conversations and connections are going to have us feeling on top all year.
All right, if we didn't get to your sign, they're all posted on our website, johnjandrich.com. Peyton, how was your Christmas? What'd you get for Christmas?
Oh my gosh, my Christmas was amazing, but my grandma, she really came through because she knows that like I kind of want to be in my content creator era just a little bit, right? Like I got a vlogging kit from one of my best friends for my birthday and I've kind of dabbled with it. But anyways, I've had my eyes on this camera and it's called the Osmo Pocket 3. And I've been like obsessed with it since like the summer, and everyone now has this camera and it's gone like incredibly viral. My grandma got me the camera for Christmas, and I haven't really had the chance to play around with it yet. But I think there's going to be like a behind the scenes producer room vlog coming very soon with my new Osmo Pocket 3.
Fun.
Nothing on your because it looked like you were social media extra over the break, but that wasn't
really?
That wasn't with the camera?
No, that wasn't with the camera, and that's funny that you say that because I feel like I was pretty disconnected over the last couple weeks.
Because she sent me a note going, wait till you see what I got.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was pretty excited. No, I haven't dabbled with it yet.
What makes it so great? Like, why did you want it so bad?
Because it's pretty small and it's like really lightweight. You can travel with it, and its camera is like in 4K, and with the size of the camera and the quality that you get is like pretty incredible.
Like so better than your iPhone?
Yes, like way better than your iPhone. And what I really like about it is you can record on the camera and it goes straight to your phone, so you can like edit in app.
Oh, that's cool.
Straight away.
Is it a pain to transfer the video?
No, it literally like I can hold up the camera and I can hold up my phone and I'm seeing the same thing.
Oh, that's cool.
I know.
You've already turned it on and started.
Oh, yeah. I showed Nick this morning. I was like, you just wait.
All right. Maybe you can post some stuff.
Yes.
Very excited for
I'll
Peyton's
take some
vlog.
pictures with it.
Kiss is your concert connection. We got Kendrick Lamar coming this summer with SZA. Post Malone is bringing his big-ass tour to Glendale. Go to 1047kissfm.com. Register to win tickets right now. 1047kissfm.com. Because we're back. We're live. This is a brand new live studio. It's Monday, January 6th. This is Stacks and Hacks. I'm going over Stacks information. You know, they're calling it Divorce Day. Happy Divorce Day, they say.
Well, why?
People tend to put off breakups during the holidays. No more, so people don't get dumped in. More people get dumped in January than any other month. They say the first working Monday of the year is supposedly the top day to break up.
That's sad.
Think about that today.
Wasn't also today that the same day that a lot of NFL coaches, they call it Black Monday because a lot of NFL coaches will be fired today after
the season.
Yeah.
is
Some
done.
New England's coach is already gone after 1 year. That's
Can
sad.
I tell you guys how much I love the ASU football coach, Kenny Dillingham?
He's awesome.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
I want to get him on here. His story is so amazing. And I was thinking about it because, you know, I'm still kind of new to the sports world.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that I'm new enough in the sports world where he is my favorite football coach of all time. Because I don't know a lot of football coaches.
Wow.
I mean, the game against Texas, that bowl game was absolutely insane.
That was sad.
I don't think I've ever told you guys this. Maybe I have, but two of the girls that I coach, their dads are on the ASU football coaching staff.
Oh,
One's
really?
on the offensive coaching staff, and the other's on the defensive coaching
that's
staff.
cool.
Can you
So
ask him to get Kenny Dillingham on the show?
I will ask. My dad trains both of them, so we have an in, John Jay. We'll
All
see
right.
what's up.
Or Kenny, if you're listening because you grew up here, we'd love to have you on the show. I think you're just amazing. Just amazing. Someone asked the internet, what's the etiquette if you win $5,000 on a lottery ticket that someone gave you as a Christmas gift? Peyton, what do you think the etiquette is?
I would say maybe like 10% I would give them.
You would? That's what you do?
Yes.
What about you, Kyle?
I would definitely give them some of it.
There's not a right answer, I guess, but what would you do, Rich?
I think you give him 1,000.
The number one answer is pretend nothing happened.
What? That's messed up.
No, that's so
That is.
messed up.
I was like, half? Go half skis? You're still $2,500
Yeah.
Hey, you
up.
know that lottery ticket you gave me? Anyway, thanks.
Right. I got a lottery ticket in my stocking, and I won $10, but I'm not willing to give up the extra $5
Well,
if I
ten.
get half.
Keep $10.
Okay.
But 5,000, like, yeah, you throw them. So.
For sure.
We were in Hawaii over vacation, and we were walking through the park, and we found a bunch of, this is wild because I don't know if they're normal to the area, but a bunch of parrots, like wild parrots, right? Just hanging out in these trees, lots of parrots. And initially I'm like, someone must have let their pet go. But I am in Hawaii, and I have a feeling that there are parrots there. But I don't know.
Probably.
Seems
There was-
legit.
They got to come from somewhere.
Yeah, and a parrot pooped, and it landed right on my wife's head, right? And my dad always said bird poop is good luck. And I was like, I've never heard of parrot poop, but it's pretty. It's a pretty bird. So, hello, bird. Go buy a lottery ticket right now so we can win that $100 billion. But no, we didn't get it. And you can buy it. Where
Just
we
the
were.
poop.
Just the poop. Someday, some lucky's supposed to happen to her at some point. A man in Arizona was driving a Waymo. It glitched, started driving in circles. He couldn't get out.
You see
Oh
that
my
video?
gosh.
For
What a
the
No, I
nightmare.
haven't seen the video.
He's in the back seat, and it's just doing circle after circle, and he's, is this going to stop? And finally,
You get so dizzy. Like, I would get nauseous.
I wonder if he
think.
thought about like jumping and taking the wheel, or can you?
Did you see the TikTok video of the girl that just went viral for touching the wheel of a Waymo?
What happened?
She I don't know if it was intrusive thoughts or what, but I guess the people that patched through that are actually manning the Waymo were like, why would you touch the steering wheel of the Waymo? So you would get in trouble.
Well, if it's doing circles endlessly, you'd want to stop it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you'd be able to. The robot would win. It's stronger than you.
You'd be like pressing the brake and then it
Yeah.
would be like pressing the gas.
Yeah,
that would
exactly.
be a disaster.
Speaking of robots, did you see? When I was in Hawaii, they have a Tesla store there, and they had the robot in the lobby.
Wild.
It was
saw your
wild.
picture.
Just looking at the robot, it was weird, man.
It's a big robot. It's tall.
huge, and the fact that I've seen the video of the robot like doing stuff, and it's weird because I was looking right at him. It was so like iRobot, identical to the
Like
Will Smith.
intimidating
It
to
looks,
be around.
but
Yeah.
it looks like it a lot. In fact,
Isn't that neat?
didn't the director sue Elon Musk because he said it's too close to his
Oh
vision?
yeah. Easy, man. New studies found that people perform better on cognitive tests when they have pooped just beforehand. So researchers recommend doing a number 2, 60 to 90 minutes before a big event
How
or a
can you
test.
control that?
You got to time it right, man. You got to know when you eat.
Okay.
Before we get to New Year's resolutions, Corey, you got a pretty, well, before we go Rich's hacks, what do you got? You got a New Year's resolution, Corey? Corey?
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Hey, what's your New Year's resolution?
So my New Year's resolution is to work really hard for the next couple of months so that I can quit my job and launch my real estate business full time.
Wow, let's
Good for
go.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm nervous because I've never really done something like this, but I'm very excited. I think it's time. So definitely going to be working on just getting my ducks all my ducks in a row so that I can be successful and be ready for
You
it.
must have been watching Selling the City on Netflix over
I
the weekend and got
started
inspired. Working for the Birkin.
Well, thank you,
Yes.
Corey. Drive safe. Thank you for listening.
Thank
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
What are your life hacks, Rich?
We say that most people give up on their New Year's resolution this coming Friday. It's over, but that's because people make it too hard. We're like, I'm going to go to the gym every day. And then when you speak it out loud, you're kind of committing to it. So the trick to keeping your New Year's resolution is to be realistic and choose your words carefully. Like, if you're going to get in shape, don't be so extreme. Start with, I'm going to go to the gym once a week. Start there. and go to the gym once a week, and then have the replacement for whatever bad behavior ready. Like if you're to say, I'm not drinking soda anymore, then have lots of like water with no sugar or some kind of flavor, or tea or whatever it is that you drink on hand, so that if you're going to stop drinking soda, you got a go-to that's not just water. And they say that that will be the most successful type of resolution. And then keep them simple. Like mine's very, very simple. My resolution is simple. Mine is a music thing. I feel like in the age of playlists and everything, I don't hear whole albums anymore. So I've decided, and I've been doing it this whole year, whenever I drive somewhere, I'll pick an album and listen to the whole release. So I listen to
this whole year I've been doing it.
That's right. So I listen to Billie Eilish, I listen to that La Fée album, I've listened to Noah Kahan, and then a bunch of like hard rock stuff, like all the way through. So you get the whole thing. And like if I break that, nobody cares. It's just for me, my relationship with the artist. Do you have one, Peyton?
A New Year's resolution?
Yes.
I have a few. More probably I want to start waking up earlier in the mornings. I would like to go to the gym like 4 times a week, maybe. I'd like to start eating cleaner. But the big one for me is I'm going to do my best to stop taking the burdens of other people's problems. Because I feel like I do that a lot. I feel like I stress myself out with things that are out of my control and things that aren't even mine to worry about. And it
That's
stresses
good.
me
That's
out.
a really good one.
And so I'm going to do better in not doing that. And I feel bad. I've already done it once this year, and I feel really bad. But it's not my problem.
What do you say? Like, hey, I'm sorry for you. That's it?
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, like, sorry, but no, I can't do that today. Sorry.
What about you, Kyle?
I like that. I think after a while you doing that, you're going to feel better
Me too.
in the long run, because
Me too.
usually when you take on the burdens of other people, like it really affects your health.
Yeah.
I haven't totally finished my New Year's resolutions yet. I'm doing vision boards with my kids today.
Oh,
I got all the supplies. I had to wait. My new planner came. I haven't taken it out of the box
fun.
yet.
Oh, it's that same brand. I
That's
remember you
Clever
got it.
Fox. I'm a big fan of their planners. But the two that I know for 100% that are going to be in my New Year's resolutions is I'm going to put a bigger emphasis on meal prep. I wanted everyone in the family to meal prep with me, but nobody wants to, so I'm going to have to do it by myself, which is fine, which is just fine. But I feel like I always eat healthier if I meal prep. So that's I don't want to eat healthier. I want to meal prep so that I eat healthier.
That's smart.
That's good.
And then the other big one is just like decluttering. I actually found my New Year's resolutions from 2023, and I had scheduled out each month an area of my house to declutter, and I never did it. So I'm doing it this year.
Yes. We're rooting for you, Kyle.
John Jay?
I'm really going to work on my shot put game and more track and field events.
I love it. That was really
Something I've been
great.
that kind of let fade a little bit last year.
Good.
Your last year's
honorable.
one, I think, was really clever. It was when you said that whenever somebody offered you water, you would take it. Like, we talk about that in my house. Like,
It's a good one.
and you notice how often people actually offer you water.
It's pretty crazy. I started that 2 years ago. It's
pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing about resolutions, I've had a couple hit me over the last week. I'm like, that's a good one. I'm going to do that one. Then I forget.
That's how
I'm
it
going to start
goes.
writing things down. That's my New Year's resolution.
Yes.
But your water thing, someone offered me water the other day, and I already had a water, so I
Right.
felt bad
You
taking
have
the
to take
water.
it. You
I
have
didn't
to.
take it.
You
I
have
didn't
to.
take it.
Then you failed in the resolution.
But I had the water there. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to waste
And in
it.
John Jay's world, somebody dies.
I would
you don't
take it.
the water.
I can't say how many times I've been like what Kyle said, and I
Do you
take
have
it.
a huge water with you?
Even when I have this big jug with me, I take the water they give me. It's terrible.
Why would someone ask you if they see this giant
They're
jug
just
if
used to it.
want
Like you walk
water?
into a car dealership in Arizona and it's 120 degrees outside. They always ask if you want water.
nice.
And then you're like, I was like, no. And I have my jug in my hand. I'm like, okay. Hey, we got lots of tickets to like Justin Timberlake. We'll do that in less than 2 hours. New year, new you. I have to tell you about a Christmas gift that Kyle gave me a couple of years ago. And what happened a couple of years ago, Kyle.
Okay.
It was pretty interesting. I think there's some divine intervention involved, and this is big, but it's really not big. You can text us, text JJR and whatever's on your mind to 96893. You can also call us right now at 877-937-1047. A couple of years ago, I think for Christmas or my birthday, Kyle got me a bag of rubber bands. I know that sounds weird, but I don't have a wallet, right? I don't have like a money clip. I just have my stuff in a bundle. And I would always keep a rubber band around it. And Kyle, because she pays attention, got me a gift, which was rubber bands made for your wallet, to hold your wallet together, right? And it's kind of been an ongoing joke, I guess, with all my friends behind my back for years.
That you don't have a big boy wallet?
Yeah. In fact, one time, a buddy of mine that I haven't seen in years sent me a message. He's like, remember when you used to have all your money wrapped up in a rubber band? And I took a picture of my wallet and go, still do. So she got me these rubber bands where and these rubber bands last about a year, right? Each rubber band. Like, you got me a bag for like 75 rubber bands.
Yeah,
so
it was a huge bag.
Yeah.
They're heavy duty.
Yeah, so if they ever break, I mean, they last me another 75 years. But I went on vacation, and I didn't think of bringing the bag of rubber bands with me. Why would I do that, right? So I just had my wallet, which is wrapped around a rubber band. I had a dream the other night. We're staying at this hotel in Hawaii, my wife and I, and two of my boys. And I had this dream that my rubber band broke. And I'm on this vacation, and my rubber band breaks, and I'm like, why would you do rubber band? That's the drama of my life.
Where am I going to get another rubber
Nobody
band?
carries rubber bands
Probably
around.
has one you could use.
There's no newspapers anymore. Who has rubber bands? So I wake up that morning. We went and did whatever we did. We came back to our hotel room, and I was putting my wallet down, and the rubber band broke.
No way.
And I had the dream that these things last forever.
You had the rubber band dream.
Yeah. So my rubber band broke, and I couldn't believe it. And I was telling my wife, I was like, we're standing there in the room, hotel room. I'm like, I can't believe this rubber band broke. I said, I've had this already for maybe 8 months. It should last a little bit longer. I can't believe it. Kyle got on these bag of rubber bands. Where am I getting another rubber band? So she opens up the door in the hallway, and there's the cleaning lady, right? And my wife says, excuse me. I'm like, Blake, she doesn't have a rubber band. I go, don't ask her, please. I'll figure it out downstairs, whatever. She goes, excuse me, do you have a rubber band my husband can have? And the lady looks, she's like, no, I don't have a rubber band. I'm kind of like, told you. Door opens next door. This guy pops out. I've got a bag of rubber bands.
What the hell? How is your life like a messed up
I'm
sitcom?
standing there,
The
right?
walls are like paper
The
things.
guy's got white shorts on and a white T-shirt and like a gray beard. He goes, here. And he holds got a bag of rubber bands. Would you like one of my rubber bands?
He's like, I never travel without
It
him.
was almost like a musical. I thought he was starting to sing a rubber band song or something. I was like, well, certainly. I would love to have one of your rubber bands. He takes them out of the bag and I carry him with me. Like,
Was it the heavy duty rubber bands that you used?
no, it was a little bit
well?
thinner. It was a little bit thinner.
Okay.
But he uses them for his wallet.
No way.
So, and I was like, why do you carry these around? He goes, I use it for my wallet. If one breaks, I have another rubber band. I go, wow. I too should do that.
Rubber bands.
Is this a rubber band song?
This is a rubber band song.
Who needs a rubber band?
Anyway, so we walk away.
That's so
the rest of
bizarre.
it's like, I think there were 4 days left of the trip, but I was just kind of every once in a while going, I can't believe that guy had a bag of rubber bands.
Chances.
And what are the chances of being in the room next to me?
Yeah.
And overhearing your wife, and
The
then just
door
popping out with a bag of rubber bands.
Yeah. It's almost like he checked in like he's a rubber band superhero.
That's your angel.
Like he's like, put me in a room where someone might need a rubber band.
You get one angel interaction in your life, and you just use yours.
Yeah, wait
He's
till
a
that.
rubber band angel.
You go back to the room to thank him. He's not there.
Right.
You ask, excuse me, can I have the information of the man? Nobody's stayed in that room for years.
You know what's funny is the other day, because we were on the 6th floor of this hotel, the other day we're waiting for the elevators take forever. And we're waiting for the elevators, and there's this like Indonesian family comes up, this black family comes up, and then my wife and Jake and Dutch and I come up, and this little blonde girl comes running up to the elevator. She doesn't look like she fits in with any of us, right? So she's all by herself. She's like 6 years old. She's walking around. We all get in the elevator, and I say to her, I go, are you coming? And she just nods her head no. She doesn't say anything, right? And then a couple days later, we're leaving again, and Dutch, the girl's there by herself, and she's staring at a door. Like her nose is facing the door, but the door's not open. It's almost like she's too close. She's like raw dog in the door. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we get in the elevator, and I'm like, what's up with her? Dutch goes, I think that's a ghost kid. Because I think that kid might have died on this floor or something. Because she didn't say a word with her, and I'm like, oh my God. Well, maybe that's the daughter of the rubber band man.
You gotta find the other people in the elevator. Did you guys also see a little bit?
Right.
I wish. Because that kind of freaked me out too. Anyway. But thank you for my birthday present, Kyle.
You're welcome.
My Christmas present of rubber bands. That was
Sorry it
great.
broke on
And
your
thank you,
vacay.
rubber band angel.
Yes. Wherever you are.
But what happened with you and clutter?
So every year before Christmas, I always have my kids go through the playroom and I tell them, choose the toys that you don't play with anymore so that we can donate them, right? Because chances are you might get some new ones for Christmas, and there's other kids that might not. So we would rather donate the ones that you haven't been using. So they usually do a really good job of it, actually. And I wake up this morning and that's all I have planned for the day, right? Scott's working. I'm with the kids. I just wake up and I'm like, you know what? It's going to be good to have like a makeup free day. And I feel all, I don't know. I feel very productive because we're putting boxes together, right?
But makeup free day, like you always wear makeup. Like there's very few people.
If I'm going anywhere outside of my house, there will be makeup on.
How many people have seen you with no makeup?
A handful.
Less
than 10, maybe.
Right. In your life. Right.
No, mostly just my family and my really, really long besties. Mm-hmm. So nobody really. Okay. So I am on a roll. And we have gotten to the point where I'm moving furniture out of the playroom at this point. And I'm moving it into the garage, and the kids have done their duty, and they're like, okay, so mom's in the garage. Let's open the garage and start scootering around the driveway. And I'm like, that's fine, because I'm going back and forth. And as I come out, there's this car that was kind of driving slow by the house, and I'm like helicopter mom, and I'm like, what's this car driving close to the house for? Mm-hmm. And they drive by. And I'm like, that was weird. So my tentacles are up, right? And I'm like, maybe I need to hurry up when I go in and then hurry out so they're not alone out there. So I do this again, and I see another car slowly pulling up to the house. I'm like, what is it with these cars today? And the car pulls in to our driveway. Okay. And I'm like, I don't think we have it. And maybe it's an Amazon delivery. And then I'm like looking at it, sans makeup, and I recognize the people in the car. And it's our friends that have not seen me without makeup. Oh my gosh. And I was like, oh! And I'm like, eh. And I kind of wave and I go in the house and I'm like, oh my God, what are they doing here? Like, we didn't invite them over. They didn't say they were coming over. What is happening? And Scott's not there. So he can't answer the door. And I can't necessarily send the kids out because they've already seen me, right? Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, okay. So the doorbell rings and they come to the door and it's their kids. And they're like looking at me like, you look very strange. Is this the same person we've already seen?
You can't look that different without makeup. You're so crazy.
No way.
The kids don't
You
recognize
have
you.
to be being so drama right now. There's no way.
You should stick your face in the pie in the fridge.
If you saw, I should have done that. There was no pie.
Euthanasia Doubtfire. Hello. Kyle's not home at the moment.
That would have been perfect. Where was the pie? We had no pie. And so they were like very sweet. They were dropping off cinnamon rolls for our family to have for Christmas morning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's kind of awesome.
It was so nice of them. But I was like, what the heck are you doing here?
Just leave him out. Just leave him at the door.
Oh, hey. And that so my friend and her husband, they actually stayed in the car because she broke her foot, so she can't really walk and hobble. And so I think they were I was at the front of the door, and we have kind of a long walkway to the driveway. And so they're there in the car, and I'm at the front of the door. I'm like, thank you guys. And I'm like, do they expect me to come out there? And I'm not walking out there. From far away, they won't really realize it.
And she can't come to you because she got a broken foot, so that's good.
Exactly. But the kids are in there, and they're talking to my kids, and it's kind of awkward. And I'm like, okay, so
the kids saw you with no makeup on.
Oh, yeah. And so then I texted my friend afterwards. I was like, sorry I didn't come out. By the way, I had zero makeup on. And I was like, so I probably frightened your children. Just giving you a heads up in case there are any nightmares tonight. Oh, no.
Kyle, come on.
She's like, they didn't say anything. And I'm like, oh, their faces said it all. Oh. Their faces said it all.
At school today, they're drawing monster pictures. What happened to you over the weekend? Nothing.
That's what I picture happening. That's what I picture happening. But it was really kind of them, but also
How are the cinnamon rolls? Kind of awesome.
They were delicious. They're delicious.
Hey, we're going to get into some schwanding. Some of us on the show schwanded during vacation. We'll get into that. You can shoot us text JJR and whatever you want to say to 96893. So who did some schwanding? Schwanding's a name that Kyle came up with for show bonding. So a lot of times us on the show bond. Who went schwanding? Right.
So Rich actually invited Scott and I, my husband, to dinner with him and Stacy. It's something that we kind of have done every Christmas break. Yeah. And so we went to this really fancy restaurant. And Rich and Stacey have a table there, their favorite table. And the table sits next to a weird pool thing.
It's not my favorite table anymore.
It's it's about a foot deep and there's water in it, and then above the pool, the ceiling like opens up so that you're sitting outside at one point next to the pool. The thing is, and I wondered this last year when we went there, the thing is the chairs and the tables are really close to the water, right?
Like maybe an inch or two away.
Suspiciously close, and there is no railing around said pool. So it's like it could very easily be somebody would fall in,
Yeah.
right? So we're enjoying our dinner, right? And this person comes up to us and he's like, "Sir," he looks at Rich, he's like, "Is that your phone in the water?" And Rich looks over and goes, "It indeed is my phone."
Oh, no.
Now, I don't know how long it was in there, but the situation was the pants I was wearing had no pockets in them. So I had my phone in my jacket pocket on the water side. And as you know, I'm an expressive little Italian fella, and I talk with my hands a lot. So it could have been in there 15 seconds. It could have been there 15 minutes. I actually don't even know. But I pulled it out of the water, and it looked okay at first. I even texted Kyle the next day saying,
He's like, "Success, the phone works."
it must be, because I think the iPhones are supposed to be water resistant, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't make a big deal about it at dinner. I didn't really care about it, but I do have some fabulous new features on my phone. Like I can't start a text now. I can answer a text, but I can't start a new one. And my wife, Stacy, we were traveling a bit this weekend. She was trying to text pictures that we took on my phone to herself. And she said, "Your phone doesn't work." And she's yelling at me because my phone doesn't work. I have a strobe light now that just shows up every now and then where the home screen was going.
Did you put it in rice?
No.
No, I didn't do anything.
Why
I just
didn't
stuck it back
you
in
put
my
it
I heard that's a
Nice.
rumor. I heard that's not.
No, that works.
I think it does
that
work.
definitely works. You should put it in rice and see how that works
seemed
for
like
you.
it was working. Now, you would assume that everything would work, but the flashlight doesn't work anymore because I needed that the other night. So I have like maybe 15 things that are functions on the phone that do not work anymore. So I suppose I'm going to have to get it. I don't even know if I have the Apple carrier.
Soak it in rice first and then go to the Apple store.
Still, even 4 days later. 5
Maybe
days
because there's probably still moisture in there.
This was like pre-New Year's Eve we went out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it really didn't start kind of like messing up until this like Friday. But then when it started messing up, like, oh, that's new. That's a new feature.
So, tell me more about these pants with no pockets. What the hell's that about? What is that?
Well,
How do you pants with no pockets?
they have them like they have them like lower, like almost like
Cargo.
yeah, and it didn't hold anything. So they're like it wouldn't even fit my wallet.
Like
So-
that, you don't have pockets in the front?
They
Pajamas don't have pockets.
They were, but they
Some
were
of them
really
do, but-
small, and they're towards the front of your legs. So it's like I just didn't feel comfortable
They
with
weren't
anything
functional
in there. Not
pockets,
functional.
yeah.
But my
Weird.
jacket pocket I thought was plenty
Pockets are
functional.
so important.
Well, those pants they're not coming to dinner anymore.
Well,
I'll tell you
I
that.
gotta tell you, I think that because come to find out that apparently at that restaurant they have somebody actually fall into the pool about once a month.
I
Wait,
heard
we
that
saw-
before.
we saw it.
I believe
Stacey
it.
and I saw a guy go in, and it was like pretty close after they just showed up. And
They
they
were
were
just eating this fancy steak
Yeah.
dinner, like soaking wet.
They brought him a few napkins, but it's not like
That's
they have.
it?
It's not like they have like a new pair of clothes for you to change into over there.
They need to have like branded towels. Like it's
Yeah,
so
like,
you
I want a
definitely.
drink.
you get these towels.
Definitely.
I went to drink. I get a free steak.
I will say though, that restaurant is the best place to go for like a New Year's Eve dinner. Like when it turns midnight at that restaurant, they comp you champagne. It's so nice. You get like to watch all the little fireworks.
Oh, you've done that?
Oh yeah, I did it a couple years ago because I didn't want to go out. I wasn't trying to be in the streets, you know.
So you went out.
So I went to a nice fancy steak dinner.
Were you guys up at midnight on New Year's Eve?
I wasn't. I fell asleep
I
before.
was.
You
I
were?
was.
I was. We went to my brother's, and it's funny because in my head, I was like, we're doing the New York one, and then we're going to bed,
Yeah.
right? If the ball drops, it's New Year's, yay! And I still think my kids are young enough where it's like, Easton would notice the clock, but would be like, we celebrated it. So we did the New York one, and then I was like, okay, and everyone still wanted to like hang out. Even my kids. It was like everyone got the second wind. So I'm like, okay, we'll celebrate with Chicago. So we do the Chicago countdown. Literally the whole countdown. When the count 10, 9, 8, 7, noise machines, right? Both times. Okay. So it's like 11:30 and I'm like, we gotta go. So we go home and Easton looks at me, he's like, it's 11:45. We got to stay up for the Arizona New Year's countdown. I'm like, this kid. So we did. We waited. And they don't really have a televised Arizona one that we could find.
Yeah.
And so it was the New York one over again. He was so disappointed.
Never saw this.
He was like, wait a minute. That was the New York countdown. I was like, but it's Arizona time. Let's go to bed.
You know, I was in Hawaii for New Year's, and I think Hawaii is the last place to change.
Oh,
Really?
I
really?
think because when I turned on the TV in the morning, it was already New Year's Eve in Dubai, in Australia, and then I watched some of it already, because it's 3 hours behind here. Then Kemp or Dutch was telling me a story about someone who left Hong Kong in 2024. No, yeah, in 2025 and arrived in LA in 2024.
Oh, that's cool.
Trippy.
That's a cool.
That's so Interstellar,
That's
the
a cool
beginning
swag.
of Interstellar. Yeah. But I was asleep. I didn't watch anything because I was.
Well, the televised shows were really something to watch, especially the Chicago one.
I actually have never really watched those except for this year. We had them up on TV and you could see all of the New Year's
everybody
stuff.
splits.
It was really cool.
My son Kemp, we spent some time with his girlfriend, and she's from Charleston, South Carolina is where she's from. And she said they have a tradition there in their town that she's from. It started years ago. This Italian restaurant would take a meatball, and that was the ball that would drop, a little meatball.
That's cute.
And I guess now, I don't know, it's been 20 years, but now it's a giant meatball. Massive meatball on a
That's
crane.
fun.
It's a real meatball, and they cover it with glue and everything so it stays together. And the crane swings the ball. The ball drops, and the meatball breaks into pieces, and people are going crazy, grabbing chunks of the meatball and eating it.
Ew.
I'm like, that's such
gross.
a weird. How is that not televised?
Yeah.
That needs to be televised.
I would watch that.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of watching a stupid ball just drop.
Did you guys see that Taco Bell in Tucson does a taco drop for the ball drop?
I didn't see that.
I saw it on
We do that.
TikTok. It's
I missed it. We used to have the Tostitos chip that dropped into the salsa. Remember, they don't do that anymore.
My wife had a lunch with the like a personal financial lunch thing, right, to deal with money or whatever with some people. And my wife asked me to go to lunch, and I was like, no way, Jose, I can't make it, because I was going to see our friend Jamie Comstock at the Comstock, and she does, the laser stuff. What do you call it? It's like a med spa, right?
Yeah.
And she was going to do this new laser treatment on my face to help me look healthier and happier and younger, and it burns my face, right? So my wife was like, it would be nice if you cared a little bit about your finances and came to this lunch.
It would be
Priority.
nice, but you do keep your things in a rubber band.
Yeah, and I was like, well, if I get done early enough, then maybe I can pop by. So I get out of the lunch. I get out of my face being peeled, and my wife's still at the lunch at the Henry. And I go, I could be there in 20 minutes. Is it still going on? She goes, yes, it'd be nice. We'll wait for you. So when I leave the Comstock, my face is completely red and bloody. And they gave me this, and you guys have seen it. It's like the skin they put over your face, and you look it's like a mask. But you know what I mean? Like
Like a sheet mask?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But you got the eyes, and it looks like a hockey mask, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? So she goes, you can wear this, and so it'll help your face heal on your way to the lunch. So I have this weird mask on my face, and I'm driving to the lunch, 20-minute drive. I pull up into the Henry, and the parking lot's slammed.
Always.
And this Cadillac Escalade is just there, in the way. And I pull up behind it, and I figure it's waiting for a space. It's got his blinker on. The person tries to get in the space, backs up, and now they keep backing up towards me, and I'm like, hey, I lay my horn, honk, honk, honk. And they move forward. They try to get in the space. They can't get in the space. And then they move forward, and they keep backing up. Bam! They hit me.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me right now? I can't, I'm watching it happen slowly. There's no reason. I tried to back up, but then I was going to be on the road, on Camelback.
Yeah.
I couldn't back up anymore, right? So, it was dangerous for me. So then the person scoots up, and I'm like, I just been in a car accident. What do? I'm going to call Kevin Rowe from Lerner and Rowe. Okay? Unbeknownst to me, he had called me the night before, and apparently I didn't answer. And that really stuck with him.
Oh, okay.
So I get him on speakerphone, right? He goes, oh, this is how he answers. Oh, so now you call me back? See, I notice how I'm answering the phone? A friend answers the phone. And I'm like, did you call me? I go, I didn't see you. And I look, I had a missed call from him. And I'm like, I was just in a car accident, dude. I'm in a car accident, and I need your help. I'm supposed to call you, right? In a wreck, need a check? And I got it on speakerphone. And this lady comes out of the Escalade that hit me. And she comes over, she goes, oh, I'm so sorry. She goes, I shouldn't be driving. I just shouldn't be driving. And she was a little frazzled. And I go, how did you not see me? She goes, I did see you. I'm so sorry. And she was shaking a little bit. And I go, I'm having Kevin on the phone. I go, hey, I've got my attorney on speakerphone here. And her husband gets out of the car, and he's got a hearing aid on, an older guy. And she goes, oh, well, I have my judge with me, right? And I'm like, oh, you're a judge. And then I hear Kevin go, are we really doing this? On speakerphone.
He's like, I was just giving you crap for not calling me back.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, you're a judge. Okay, well, then you guys can talk. And he goes, whoa, I'm a retired judge, L.A. County. I'm like, well, we're not in L.A. And, ma'am, I can't believe you hit me. And she goes, and I can see she's shaking. And her grandkids get out of the car. And her grandkids, and I'm talking to them, and they're nice kids. They live in our neighborhood, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. And I was like, they were new. They just moved here, kind of. So I was like, look, I got her information. She was like, there's no damage to your car. I go, I know, but what if I'm driving 20 minutes from now and smoke starts coming out of my engine? I go, I don't know what happened. I go, because the whole front end of my car went up.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
yeah, she hit you pretty good then.
So now I'm like, oh, by the way, I have this mask on halfway through this argument with this woman.
And nobody's addressed
Well, they're looking at me kind of weird, and then it fell off. I leaned down when I went to get my phone, and it fell off.
Did
and
you
I was
forget it was
yes.
on?
I forgot it was on. Right? So then I go, all right, whatever. You know, I got your information, and I say goodbye to Kevin, and I get her driver's license and everything. And I go sit there. It's my wife with our money guy sitting there, and I sit down. I'm like, hey, man, sorry, it was just a car accident, blah, 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 blah. And the people that hit me, the wife, the husband who's a judge, and their 2 grandkids, they seat him at the table right next to us.
Oh, no.
What?
So as they're coming to sit down, I say to the lady, I go, hey, will you tell my wife what just happened? To the lady, and she's like, yes, we just crashed. I backed into your husband's car. I'm so sorry. And she sits down. I'm like, it's okay, you know. And she's like shaking. And so I order a water, and they start getting their food. The woman gets up from the table. Now, let's say 20 minutes now. She gets up from the table, and she's walking towards me. She's got her hands over her nose and her mouth, like she's crying, right, like this. And it's all this blood just coming out of her nose, everywhere. She goes, I guess my high blood pressure is acting up. I don't know what to. And she goes to the bathroom. Right, with blood all everywhere. I'm sitting there, and then her husband and the grandkids are sitting there, like acting totally normal. Like
somebody needs to go check on her.
Yeah, no one's going to help her.
So she's in the bathroom now. Now I don't want to leave. I want to know if she's okay. So I don't know. 20 minutes goes by now. Again, she comes out of the bathroom. She's like, my high blood pressure is acting up. I'm okay. And then she sits down. End of story. Then my wife gets a text message from a neighbor that lives about half a mile down from us, and they're like, is John Jay going to call the police on this lady? Because they are neighbors of this lady. And this lady explained that she crashed into me. Anyway, I didn't call the police. And I drove, this is the first time I drove my car since then, was to come here this morning.
It's okay.
Well, so far. But
can you turn left?
Yeah, I don't want any smoke. I get to see later smoke coming out of the engine at a red light or something.
No, you got all the information, you know.
I know.
She seems nice.
You don't want
What
her
a
to
roller coaster.
have an even worse high blood pressure incident.
Well, then my whole thing was I was so late to the lunch that I wanted my wife to know I really got in a car accident. And here's the lady that hit me, and she's sitting next to us. Tell her what happened. So anyway.
Your world is so wild.
Your wife probably would have believed you.
I know. You know, it's our first day back on the air for the new year. And you missed a single minute of the show. Good news, it's all open and available to you right now for free. For free. Brand new iHeartRadio app, too. Just search for John Jay and Rich On Demand. You can listen to the entire show or just parts of the show you missed. John Jay and Rich On Demand on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. One of the things that I was waiting to see over Christmas break and New Year's break was, did Peyton get the ring she was waiting for? Did Peyton get engaged? I was waiting to see a picture of Kadeem on a knee or you on a knee or something. I thought she's going to wait until we get in here. So, is there a ring on your finger?
No ring, but it's okay. It's okay because I'm just going to let it happen. But last night, Kadeem did ask me. He was like, so like, when we get engaged and stuff, like, what do you see that like? Like, do you see that in front of a lot of like your people and your friends and your family? Do you just see it just me and you at a dinner? Is it just us at home? So the wheels are spinning.
That's real
I'm
good.
just chilling. I'm
What
being
did you
chill
say?
girlfriend
What would
right
you
now.
prefer? Like some big public display of affection, or do you want it to be more private and intimate?
No, I don't think I want like a big thing. And really just because I know he would be very uncomfortable with that. And I think I would enjoy it. I told him, I was like, I would like it for just to be us two, like at home, but make sure like the house is picked up before you do it because I don't want to get engaged in a messy house.
He's kind of like, How do you see this engagement thing happening with a lot of people? Not a lot of people. Do you see this wedding really happening? Do you see, what's the time of length do I get if I do propose? A year or 4 between now and the wedding?
Yeah, but who knows?
Do you
see yourself saying yes?
Do you think that he would do something like, even if it is private, do you think that he'd make it complicated, or do you think he'd keep it really simple?
No, I think it would be really chill. I think it would be
but
really
you
chill.
want something
smart.
more than just like, you guys are eating cereal together and him being like, hey, you want to marry me? Right?
Or he starts coughing, he coughs up a ring and cereal. Oh, it was a Fruit Loop. I guess not.
No. I've actually, I've had, things in my head where I've been like, if I were to wake up and there were just to be a ring on my finger and me be like, what? I could see him doing something like that. I would be okay with something like that. I think I would be okay with it. Hey, do you want to marry me over cereal? But I did tell him I would like to have a party after.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So.
What's up, Doug? You're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, I just wanted to let you guys know that my wife and I currently are using wedding bands that my biological mother and father wore. They divorced after 1 year. My wife and I are now coming up on our 20th wedding anniversary.
Oh.
Wow, I was going to say, that sounds like that might be bad luck. But if you guys have been together for that long.
Yeah, it's been 20 excellent years.
Wow.
It's been just wonderful.
Oh, that's sweet.
Congratulations, Doug. That's very cool. Thanks for calling in. Thank you for listening.
Have a great day.
Yeah, but don't let him hide that in food. That seems like the biggest disaster for any engagement.
No, not in the cereal, but if we're eating cereal and he hands me a ring, I'd be down.
If you didn't get the ring for Christmas, what did you get from Kadeem for Christmas?
I got some earrings, some nice earrings.
Oh,
Did
see,
you put them
that's,
in a ring box? So when you open them up,
that's dangerous. That's,
that'd be
now,
the worst
now we
job.
know.
I know. I'm wondering,
No. They weren't in a ring or in a ring box.
what'd
That
you
would
get
be
him for
bad.
Christmas?
I got him a chessboard. And I was really excited. It's actually a really nice chessboard. But you guys, this is so ridiculous. I was so excited to give him this chessboard because when Kadeem was little, he used to be in a chess club. And I just think that's so
That's cute.
nerdy and adorable of him. And it just makes me just love him so much more. I don't know why. So I got him this chessboard so he could teach me how to play chess. And now I'm becoming obsessed with beating him in chess. But he kicks my butt every single time.
You need to watch Queen's Gambit. Get on that fast.
Yeah.
Is it chess?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the number one show a couple years ago. on
Oh,
Netflix.
I've
It's a
heard
really
of
good
it.
Show.
I didn't
really
know
good show.
it was chess. It's good though, and it's funny because he'll quiz me in the middle of the day randomly, and he'll be like, "What's a pawn do?" And it's so fun. We're having a good time.
Sell things.
No, a pawn goes up 2 on the first move or up 1. Okay.
See,
I know my
good.
chess.
I've never been able to wrap my brain around all the different pieces and what they do or don't do.
Once you play a few times, you get the hang of it.
It's
Well, you know
fun.
what? Speaking of that, I heard that season 3 of Squid Games is human chess. One of the games
That would be actually
Oh,
crazy.
they
where
already
the-
did that on Harry Potter.
where the two guys, I guess the main guy, and then the main mean guy
Mm-hmm.
are the captains of the team, and they're playing human chess. So they're butchering people as they go.
That's terrible.
That's some inside
That's
scoop I got from
good.
Hollywood.
But that would
Good
be
scoop.
a really good storyline, especially because I'm like a total chess girl now.
You know, it's funny too. It's weird that you say that because the national champion of chess was in the news over the couple days
Seriously?
ago.
What?
He refused. He went to the championship game in jeans, and denim has been outlawed in chess for years.
It has?
So, yeah. And so he showed up in jeans and had a whole meltdown. And he's like, "Well, then I'm out of here." And he got up and walked out. And he went, I saw the video. He stands up. He's like, he's got a white shirt on, tucked into his jeans. Or it's like tennis. You know, those tennis people are all crazy. He's like,
Yeah.
You cannot wear jeans. Pound of rook 4, pound of rook 4. And he's like, "No jeans. I'm out."
Hey, we talked about that story about how that chess champion got busted because he had something in his butt that would vibrate, and that's how he would get signals.
That's the
What?
wait.
What?
That's the
Where?
challenger
No.
because that came up in the story too.
talked about that.
That guy that wore jeans.
Yes.
He has complained. He's been in the news before because he's complained about his competitors, saying one of his competitors was cheating by having some thing up his butt when he was playing chess.
Like a-
What?
I did not know the chess world had
It's
such
crazy.
drama.
Why do you think Kadeem's in it?
Somebody hit a remote control.
Little freak show.
That is not why he's into
Well,
chess.
now you know what to get him. Now you know what to get him for his birthday. If he's in that in the chess.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of Squid Game, speaking of TV shows, speaking of whatever, last night was the Golden Globes. We're getting the Golden Globes. I saw some of it. It used to be my favorite award show, but we're going to get the Golden Globes and other things coming up next. John, Jay, and Rich. 104.7 KISS FM, John, Jay, and Rich. In the entertainment world, we had the Golden Globes last night. What did you watch it, Kyle? Did you just get clips?
I watched most of it. I think I watched like the first hour and a half of it. And I think I was like, this is going to be interesting because we were watching the football game and they kept like promoting it like crazy. And they were like, Nikki Glaser was hosting. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be interesting because usually she's pretty dirty as a comic. I wondered how she would hold up as a cleaner version of herself, I guess. And I thought she was a really good host. I thought Nikki Glaser did pretty amazing hosting.
Welcome to the 82nd Golden Globes, Ozempic's biggest night. If you're watching on CBS, hello. If you're watching on Paramount Plus, you have 6 days left to cancel your free trial.
That was just the open. And then we were, I was wondering, are there going to be any Diddy jokes? How would she approach that situation? And she actually used Zendaya to get into it.
Zendaya is here. Zendaya, you were incredible in Dune. Oh my God, I woke up for all of your scenes. You were so good. And Challengers, girl, that movie was more sexually charged than Diddy's credit card. I mean, seriously. Oh, no, I know, I'm sorry. I'm upset too. The after party's not going to be as good this year, but we have to move on. I know Stanley Tucci Freakoff just doesn't have the same ring to it, but
I was kind of like, I don't know. But then, she roasted like Timothy Chalamet. She was like, your name kind of sounds like something Adam Sandler would say. She's like, Timothy Chalamet. And then she actually had Sandler like do the Chalamet because he was in the audience too. So overall, I thought she did a pretty amazing job hosting. The biggest winners of the night were Amelia Perez and then The Brutalist. Those were the two top winners. I thought Wicked would win more. They did scoop up one award, but in most of the categories that it was nominated for, Amelia Perez beat it.
I heard that Ariana Grande got snubbed. That's what the TikTok is saying.
Because a lot of people just thought Wicked was going to win a bunch.
Yeah.
But it was like Amelia Perez, like I said, just swept most of those. Because Ariana Grande was up against the best supporting actress and Amelia Perez won.
Oh, you know what was the biggest flex? I watched some of it. I didn't see all of it, but I thought this was such a flex. But I think it was for best supporting actor, best supporting actor or lead actor. I don't know what it was, but Harrison Ford was one of the nominees, and all these huge stars were all nominees, and they were all there, right? But the guy in the middle from The Bear, Jeremy, whatever his name is.
Alan.
What?
Is it Alan?
Jeremy Allen White.
He wasn't there, right? So when they do the nominees and they show all the pictures, and he wasn't there. They just put his picture up while they show the videos of Harrison Ford and all the other people, and then that dude won, and he wasn't there.
That's wild.
Like flex over Harrison Ford, over all these big stars, and you're too busy to go to the biggest night of your career.
I know, that's a pretty big deal because it's like Golden Globes and then Oscars, right?
Yeah, like he can't win Oscars as a TV show. So it's like this is the ultimate in TV, and he wasn't there.
That's true.
Is there anything else? I saw Demi Moore win too.
Yeah,
For
I think
Landman?
it was her very first Golden Globe. She actually won for Best Actress in movie or whatever, but it was for The Substance. And she actually gave a really emotional speech. She was basically saying, like, in this business, I've had a lot of people tell me that I don't belong and I'm not cut out for it. And
in those moments when we don't think we're smart enough or pretty enough or skinny enough or successful enough or basically just not enough, just know you will never be enough. But you can know the value of your worth if you just put down the measuring stick.
She was like, that's what I'm doing tonight. And I'm just celebrating this. Makes me feel like I actually do belong. Because it's her first Golden Globe. And then it's a show that you guys both talked about, John J. Rich. Colin Farrell won Best Actor for his work in The Penguin.
He was so good. I'm so glad I didn't see that. I didn't know he won until right now.
Yeah, and he talked about, like the makeup situation. Because you said they literally transformed him from someone really attractive into someone really ugly.
No one to thank on this one. I did it all by myself. Just a raw, paired away performance. Too many people to thank. You all know it takes a village, whether it's on the small screen or the big screen. All it took was 3 hours in the chair in the morning. I drank black coffee, listened to 80s music, and I became a canvas for that team's brilliance. And I guess it's prosthetics from here on out.
It's amazing. You just can't. I mean, I watched that whole series and I can't believe that's Colin Farrell because he looks so vastly different.
He's one of the best actors ever.
There's not a trace of that guy in The Penguin, which is just weird.
I've been watching that show Bad Sisters on Apple, and it takes place in Ireland. So I've been listening to the Ireland speak, the dialect, like he has there. I like the way they don't say three, they go tree.
Well,
the way they say the T's when you watch it, Bad Sisters, the way they speak is so cool. I wish I was from Ireland. But anyway, he's awesome. That was great. I highly recommend The Penguin. It's our first day back after a little vacation. A lot of stuff we're going to get to.